You're a European. I'm a Semite, so I cannot be
I'm definitely a
anti-Semitic.
Semite. There are many
No,
Semites that mix
you're
with
definitely
European.
European. No, you're definitely
No, I'm a
European.
Semite that mixes with
I'm a
European.
Semite. I'm a Semite. I'm a Semite. Peace to the saints. Today we have a conversation that was brought forward by an individual who hopped in my DMs and said that I'm completely wrong on everything, that he'd like to teach me. And so I will take this not as a debate, but rather as an opportunity for this scholar to educate me on Israel, Zionism, and the goings on there in Palestine. I will yield the floor to you to introduce yourself and provide background on what it is you would like to cover.
Hey, I'm Joe, and I first hopped into your DMs when I saw your last debate with a different Israeli. And I noticed you mentioned in the debate, you said before 1948, everything was fine. That's something that really stuck out to me. That's very incorrect, actually, not nearly factual at all. It's completely wrong, completely misconstruing the facts and doing it in a way that's convenient for you and in a way that's actually very intellectually lazy as well, because it's not that hard to actually look into what happened before 1948. It really takes actually a minute or two and see, is that true? Is everything fine before 1948? Because it wasn't. And I'm talking specifically right here in Israel, or before, during the British Mandate of Palestine in the years 1920 to 1947, right? And before that, what was
number one, you've already misquoted me and misrepresented my position. So it sounds like you want to discuss what occurred before the violent establishment of what we call the State of Israel. If that's the case, that's fine. I would like you to educate me on a number of things because clearly I'm woefully ignorant. My understanding is that one of the major fears of the settler colonials who are calling themselves Israelis is that they would be pushed into the sea.
So, this, and let's go to the second phrase you say, from the river to the sea.
Yeah.
Now they want to make a problem with that. Any chant that we say, there's this accusation of anti-Semitism. Any chant that we say, there's this accusation of anti-Semitism.
Any chant that we say, there's this accusation of anti-Semitism.
For 30 years, I am very consistent, and I'm saying something very simple. This conflict is not on the lack of a state of Palestinian, but the existence of a state, the Jewish state. Every area that we evacuate, we receive terrible terror against that. It happened in South Lebanon, in Gaza, and also Judea and Samaria, which we did it. And therefore, I clarify that in any other arrangement, in the future, the State of Israel have to control on the entire area from the river to the sea.
You say from the river to the sea is an unacceptable change.
Conflict between Palestine and Israel knows what intifada means. It means a violent uprising. They've been chanting from the river to the sea, which of course involves the eradication of Israel.
Did you mention to the audience in these last 20 minutes that Benjamin Netanyahu actually said it recently? Not only that, he's actually doing it. He's in the middle of wiping out the Palestinians from the river to the sea. That is the grotesque violence. He has slaughtered 25,000 women and children. They were all innocent. So when Hamas kills 860 innocent Israeli civilians, I call them out and I say that is terrible. But when Israel slaughters 25,000 women and children, we're saying, oh, I don't like a pro-Palestinian chant.
How are the colonials, let me ask you a question, how are the colonials the one that were here first, though? Why the Arabs that colonized this land in 632, 7th century?
You would have to, no, you don't have to cut me off. You're an angry person already. We've just started. So I would just merely ask that you engage with some level of decency.
I can't hear you.
I'm not a Palestinian child, so you're not going to be able to bully me. So you'll have to behave like a civilized person, however difficult that may be.
You want to talk about decency and civilized person? Let me read all your followers what you wrote to me. You wrote to me that I'm a Khazarian Jew that loves sucking. That's you.
I
That's what you wrote to me. You
understand
wrote a
that
bunch of
you're
nasty
a
shit,
very
and I can show
angry
you followers know what
person.
you said about Jewish people.
I've asked you to
No, I'm not a
not
very angry person,
curse.
but if you're gonna
I've
tell me
asked
that
you
I'm
to not
civilized,
curse. I've asked you to not curse. That was a condition of you being permitted to speak your mind, and you've already violated that by coming on very angry, aggressive, and cursing.
I'm just reading verbatim.
And this typifies. Oh, he ran. That was really quick. You don't have to run
Internet
if you would be
heresy.
polite. I hear you. If you would be polite, then we can have a civil conversation. You don't have to yell. You don't have to overtalk. You don't have to bully.
Okay, I'll hear you out. My bad.
It's not about you hearing me out. I'm hearing you out. You're the guest.
You're right. So
You have to calm down.
right,
You
if
have
you
to
wanna-
calm down. Why are you
if you
talking
wanna-
so
okay,
fast? Just
so
calm
let me-
down. Calm down.
Okay.
Calm down. Just relax. Just
Okay.
relax. You see, that's the problem I find very consistently when I'm dealing with those who are they don't have the truth on on their side. They always feel the need to overtalk so that the truth doesn't get out. And what I'm asking you is, since you're saying that you all have the right to steal the land there, why is it that all of
the land was stolen?
Well, you would have to stop talking for a moment. You know, stop talking for a moment. Thank you. So his first message is, quote, nice lie, dumb ASS. Do some research and see how many times Jews were attacked by Arabs before 1948. What was the excuse then? Debate live on that camera and I'll put you right in your place. See, always very aggressive, these people. Very aggressive and very arrogant, all loving, completely wrong. And
if I lied about your people, if I lied about your race of people, and I spread misinformation about your race of people,
my race of people, you don't have a race, my dear boy. We're talking about your ethnicity.
Yeah,
your race is white.
Well, joining us for our weekly segment, Bottom Line, is Allgemeiner CEO David Efune. So, David, let's jump right in. Genetically speaking, are Jews white?
Well, Natasha, it's important to understand, firstly, the intense sensitivity that this question has for the Jewish community. And actually, it's coming up at a personally very relevant time for me. Today is the anniversary of the passing of my great-grandfather, David Weinstock, who was arrested by the Nazis in Vienna in September 1939. And he was taken to the anthropological department at the Vienna Museum of Natural History, and he was subjected to, together with 440 other Jews, to degrading tests and measurements because he was considered by the Nazis to be of an inferior race. So it really is the height of irony and insult that when Jews express concern about anti-Semitism being ignored and a blindness to anti-Semitism, they're then lumped into the white category.
I want to get Dr. Meyer's opinion on this. Classifying it as white Jew, because we know there's black Jews, you know. How does that make you feel? How does that initially hit you when I say, yeah, you know, if I said black and white Jewish relations?
I guess that's mostly what I deal with is in my courses is those interactions. I think, again, in America, most Jews are Ashkenazic Jews who are white. Sometimes part of the problem between the two communities is that some people will take advantage of that, will use their whiteness as a way of promoting themselves, as a way of integrating themselves into whatever community they want to be in by removing themselves and denigrating themselves from some other community. Right. I find that problematic.
Jewishness is categorized as whiteness.
Your race is white.
Yeah. No, my race is Jewish.
Your race is white. No, your race is white.
No,
your race is white, and you come from Europe.
My race is Jewish. No.
Yes, you're a white person from Europe.
Actually.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
And that's why you guys are invaders.
From Israel.
That's why you guys are invaders. Yes, you did.
No, we were invaded.
Yes, you did.
We were invaded, actually.
No,
that's actually
you guys are invaders.
No, we actually.
So let me ask you this: what was Benjamin Netanyahu's legal name before he changed it to sound more Jewish?
That's irrelevant. A lot of people have names like that. How many Native Americans in the United States have white people? That's
I
irrelevant.
didn't ask you if it's relevant. I didn't ask you if it's relevant. I merely asked you for the truth. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. We'll take out the time to have a proper discussion, and we can learn from one another. I'm happy to learn from you. I'm just asking you for the truth, and I see again that it's.
When I show you what I'm about to show you, your mind will be blown. You're going to be blindsided. Every single Israeli prime minister has a fake name. Did you know that? I was just talking about Ben Gurion. Do you know what his original name is? It's Grun. Gruen. He changed it to make it sound more Jewish and sound more Middle Eastern. Do you know what Netanyahu's real name is? It's not Netanyahu, it's Milkovsky.
This story begins in October 1949. 1 year after Israel's formation. This is when Netanyahu was born, the second child of a historian. His paternal grandfather was a rabbi and a Zionist writer. His name was Nathan Milikowski. Later in life, he Hebraized his surname from Milikowski to Netanyahu, a name which means God has given.
This is Yair Netanyahu's DNA test that has been leaked. You can see right there, his Y DNA is RM198. Descendants of RM198 come from Poland, Russia, Germany, and other European countries. Does this look Semitic to you? Does this look Middle Eastern?
Maybe you will ask, who is Mr. Milikovsky? I did ask, and you told me, but I didn't know before. He is Benjamin Netanyahu. This is the real name. Prime Minister or President of Israel. The colonial settler state of Israel.
I swear to God, go and look it up. You'll find Milkovsky. That's his real name. These are, remember what Israelis are. Israelis are European Jews. They don't come from Palestine. But they want you to make you believe. They want to make believe and make you believe that they come from this area, that they are indigenous to the land, that they're so Jewish, right? Even though they have no connection. So they changed their names.
His family was from Belarus. It was like Milanowski or something similar to that.
Milanowski, yeah, something Polish sounding. Okay. And you said his family was from Belarus. What continent is Belarus?
Okay, and do you have an issue? Do you have an issue?
Sir, I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you what continent. Sir, I'm asking you what continent is Belarus in?
Calm down.
What continent is Belarus in, sir?
Belarus is in Europe.
What continent is Belarus is in Europe? Okay. That's correct. Now you've answered the question. Now give me a moment if you would yield the floor. This is very consistent that we find the Israelis. They come from Europe because they're white. They have surnames.
Don't come from Europe, though.
Sir, you're interrupting again. You have to calm down. You're interrupting again. You must calm down. You're not being civilized. Please don't try to bully me. I'm not a Palestinian child. Thank you.
Oh, good one. That's really funny.
Yes. I'm enjoying that one.
Okay, no one else is.
Don't try to bulldoze me. Don't try to bulldoze me. I'm not a hospital in Gaza.
Every time I try to speak, you cut me off, so I don't see how I'm bulldoze.
Don't try to bulldoze me. I'm not a hospital in Gaza. Okay, thank you.
Still unfunny.
Just let me speak. Don't try to shoot me down. I'm not a journalist in Palestine. I'm not a journalist in Palestine. Don't try to shoot me down. Calm down.
Oh, okay. That was really funny. Okay.
Now, it's not about being funny. It's about getting out the truth of what you people do. You see, because you folks control mainstream.
What does that mean?
You folks control mainstream media, and so that I have to use these tactics to get the truth.
So the mainstream media is lying
if you would
about
mind,
saying that
you're trying to distract from my original point, and we won't let you. So yield the floor.
I never got to rebut any of the points. Let me rebut to even one of the points.
You have not allowed me to complete my statement. I will then.
I allowed you to complete the question about Netanyahu, and I answered it.
Be silent. Be silent. Thank you very much. And I appreciate that. It's very rare that we experience honesty from Israelis. Now, the fact of the matter is,
I can show it to your followers.
Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. So the fact of the matter is, you've conceded that the leader, no less, of Israel is in fact European. From where? From Europe. You said he's from Belarus, and his surname sounds Polish in origin. And we find so consistently that the Jews who claim to be from the Middle East, they keep coming, they have a history of coming from Europe, and it's ironic because they also look European like whites, because they are whites. And that being the case, I find it very strange that he would have any claim to Palestine when he's not from Palestine. That's not where his lineage is from. So let's set Benjamin Netanyahu aside. Let's talk about his father. Where's his father from? That lineage has no right to be in that land as a parasite. And this is the story of so many Israelis. All of the Israelis who have come on to debate me, every last one of them, I say, where are your parents from? Spain, where are your parents from? Russia, where are your parents from? Polish, where's your grandparent from? Belarus. And the fact is, you guys are invaders. If you were from Israel, you would have not had to go into Israel. You are not Israelis, you are invaders.
Let me know when you're done talking.
Hold on, I will let you know. I will let you know. This is a pattern of European colonialism. You're the same as the whites in South Africa. They say they're South African, but we know they're not really South African.
Who the hell are you anyway, right? I mean, anyway, I don't care where they came from. I don't care about religion. I don't care about any of the gobbledygook, right? But a bunch of Aryan-looking people that comes from Eastern Europe and pretends that God gave them the land 2,000, 3,000 years ago, right? And oh no, we're the real Jews.
Here's what I would like to say to you, Rabbi, since you're quoting scripture, okay? The one that's relevant to me is woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness. And if you'd like to dive into a little more scripture, I think what's relevant is Revelation 3:9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. And I'm speaking directly to you, Rabbi Shmuley.
There are Ashkenazi Jews who are entirely European in their DNA. That's why you're not allowed to have a DNA test in Israel, because it will reveal that virtually none of them are Semitic, virtually none of them have any ancestral connection to the land. I was viciously assaulted by a manager in the BBC who had recently converted to Judaism. It's fine, I love all religions, but you can't say I've now converted to Judaism and therefore I have a right to go to the land of Palestine and live in the house of someone whose ancestors have been living in it for thousands of years.
They're Europeans, just like the whites in Australia. They say they're Australian, but we know they're really British, or even the whites in America, even the blacks. Listen, the point is, you guys are invaders. If you were from the land, you wouldn't have to go into the land. I yield the floor.
Okay, so when you mention the ancestry of the leader of Israel, if you mention the ancestry of all 47 presidents of the United States, guess where they're all from also? Europe. So how is that any different?
That's correct. It's the same. They are conquered. It's the same. They came in and they spilled the blood of the natives and they stole their land. It's evil in both cases. Thank you. I agree. I agree.
That's factually incorrect. That's not true. And that you think in your mind, because you don't actually do any research, that when the Jews came here from Europe.
Wait, the Jews came from where? You said the Jews came from where?
When the Jews that came from Europe, what about the one
that came from Europe? Well then why did they just stay there?
I'm half Moroccan. Is that in Europe? I'm half Moroccan.
Why didn't they just stay where they were? Why didn't they stay where they were? Just stay where you are. Like, why invade?
Why did my Moroccan family not stay in Morocco? Is that what you're asking me?
Who were these Jews of the Medina in Magadur, who according to history were great tradesmen and were favored and respected by some of the greatest sultans of the past, including Mohammed bin Abdullah, the grandson of the famous Black Sultan, Musa Ismail ibn Sharif. The answer to the identity of the Jews who once lived here during the period of the great sultans isn't found thousands of miles away in what is known as the modern state of Israel, where mass migration from Morocco has taken place, but right here in the Medina walls. Here lies the true identity of the Israelite community that once lived here in the ancient synagogue that has been restructured and rebuilt. Here lies the truth that many seek after. Inside this restored synagogue, there are pictures everywhere. Historical evidence is right before my eyes. This extraordinary building has much to be desired. Here inside the synagogue, known as the Synagogue of Hamim Binto, you find some very interesting pictures of the Jews of Magadur. Upon closer examination of the 4 pictures, it is clear to see that the Moroccan Jews of the past were highly melanated beings. Here we see black Jews walking through the Medina. Below we see these same dark-skinned Israelites at the Bab el-Masa in Magadur, which was built in 1769 during the reign of Muhammad bin Abdullah as part of the reconstruction of the fortification of the city. As you can see, there is an engraved inscription above the arch as to when and who constructed this forted gate. In this recent picture of the same door, a close and more detailed inscription can be seen. This picture isn't quite as clear. However, the 4th picture clearly depicts these ancient Israelites who lived in the Medina as melanated people. Wanting to understand more about the pictures, I asked the Guardian, who was unwilling to go on camera, to inform me of what these pictures represent. These were his words.
Is Muslim Jewish together.
Muslim Jewish together.
That's avant le 12e guerre.
I was not at all surprised by the Guardian's statement. From a Quranic point of view, the term Muslim, meaning one who submits, predates Muhammad. It was time to explore the rooms. In the corner, there was another picture of these black Jews at the Bab el-Masa, and an even more fascinating one on the wall in this dark room. I noticed these old pictures were surrounded by modern photos and portraits of individuals whose appearance were more European than that of the melanated people in the older pictures. Is there a connection, or has someone placed them there with an agenda?
So we've asked you a question, and listen, answer the question. Why were the Jews unwanted in their home of Europe? Why were they unwanted in their home, Europe?
You say, well, where did the name Ashkenazi came from? So a little over 1,000 years ago, as Jewish people scattered around the world had now immigrated in Europe and now were living in the Rhineland in Germany, they looked at the name Gomer in Genesis 10, and they connected Gomer with Germany, so they took on the identity of the name Ashkenaz. It has nothing to do with Ashkenaz in the Bible, which is a descendant of Japhet. It's just a name that was taken. Okay, it's that simple. Just like my last name Brown doesn't refer to the color of my skin or anything else. It was shortened from a Russian name when my grandfather came over at Ellis Island. The name got shortened to Brown. It's just a name. That's all it is. So the idea that Ashkenazi Jews are descended from Japhet is a myth, 100% false.
These people, they have no accomplishments. They've done nothing except be a parasite on every society, be a thief in the society, whether it's a thief of land, whether it's usury or riba, using interest to fleece people and get them into endless debt. This is what they do. They bloodsuck the societies.
I had assumed that they would have done that morally, that they would have said, here is the money for the home that you have lived in for thousands of years. The property that you have lived in, here is money for that, but you have to go. That's not what happened. I mean, the Bella Hadid story is stunning. These people came on ships holding up signs about World War II saying, please, we're refugees, let us into your home. And the Palestinians opened their doors to them. This is the story of Muhammad Hadid and Bella Hadid. Yeah, the model, Gigi Hadid. He was an infant. His mother had just given birth. They allowed these refugees, these Polish refugees, to live in their homes as refugees because they wanted to help them following a world war. And then one day, they came back to their houses and the doors were locked. They came home, the doors were locked, and guns were being held, and they were told, leave right now, or some soldiers are going to come murder you.
Like,
do you mind if we dig into some of the specific? I understand.
And me as an American Jew,
Do you mind?
I'm not naive.
One moment, my dear boy.
But I know that it's not based on fact.
Rightfully so. Okay, now, one moment. If you wouldn't mind, let's dig into some aspects of your answer so that we can explore the verity of it. So, you stated that people make up conspiracy theories about the Jews. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
True.
Who are these? Who are? All right, I hear you. I hear you. Now, who are these people who make up conspiracy theories about the Jews?
Legacy media.
Okay, so he just said legacy media makes up conspiracy theories about the Jews. You all might observe that the Jews are the legacy media. This is insane. Yo, this is insane. You can't. Bro said legacy media makes up conspiracy theories about the Jews. You are legacy media.
I mean, anti-Semitic statements are never good for anybody, right? It's kind of like being anti-black.
But, you know, it's really interesting. I didn't realize that I could be considered anti-Semitic till I read one of the definitions of anti-Semitism. Look at this. The definition says, making mendacious, dehumanizing, demonizing, or stereotypical allegations about Jews as such, or the power of Jews as a collective, such as, especially, but not exclusively. This sounds like I'll let them go by. What was that? All right, so it says, think about it, that sounds like the type wording that's in the contracts, right?
Indeed.
Okay, it says, such as, especially, but not exclusively, the myth about a world Jewish conspiracy or of Jews controlling the media, economy, government, or other societal institutions.
But isn't that what you said? That Jews run everything?
Yeah, but that actually is considered to be anti-Semitic.
Right.
So I didn't realize that it was anti-Semitic to say, hey, you know, I have a Jewish attorney, I have a Jewish record label, I have a Jewish contractor, I have a
Do you regret your statements?
Or the statements you think you should be walking back? I mean, considering...
What do you mean walking back?
Well, you know, backing up off of them. I mean, the thing is, you've lost a lot of endorsements. People are dropping you. You're getting, you know, vilified. You know, I mean, you might think you're right, but I think, you know, there's a whole world out there that's condemning you for what you said.
Okay, so this right here is a chart of Universal Studios, 20th Century Fox, ABC News, CBS News, Columbia Pictures, Warner Brothers, ESPN Sports, Fox News, Washington Post, Metro Goldwyn Mayer, MTV Music Television, Nickelodeon, USA Today, Wall Street Journal, Comedy Central, NBC Entertainment, Google, what else do we have? Disney, ABC Kids and Family, YouTube, Los Angeles Times, Discovery Network, Paramount Pictures, Facebook, Huffington Post, Yahoo, Marvel, Hulu, Cosmopolitan, Time, Touchstone, Associated Press, Pixar, Miramax, HBO, New York Post, LucasArts, MSNBC, DreamWorks Animation. Now, the thing is, I skipped over maybe about 5 of them because it was just unclear on this list. The red are the executives that are Jewish at these companies.
Do you think they stuck together when they heard what you said? Was that what happened?
To all my Jewish friends, my Jewish brothers and sisters, stand tall. Stand tall. Do not let this fear, this sadness, this anxiety, and this dread overwhelm you. Draw strength from your family, from your friends, from your ancestors, and the worldwide bond that we share that has always put the battery in your back. We're used to being looked at as different because that's what we are. We are different, and that's a good thing. I know that Jews are looked at as weak, but we're stronger than you can imagine. That's why you hurl propaganda. We control all the money. We control the media because it's plausible. It's plausible because we're just that good. smart, compassionate, moral, and strong people. And we need to stand taller than ever against all those sick, dumb, uneducated black tar in their blood who hate Jews because they ain't. You hate us because you ain't us.
That's like you saying that the banks won't give loans to the Jews. You are the banks. Like, what is going on here?
Okay, yeah, from the guy who calls himself the bank. Anyway, what I was saying is that.
So let's take this bit by bit, because I think that as a Jew, I think that it's really important that we go through the history so that we can actually understand. And I got time and I have patience, and I think we can agree that anti-Semitism is a bad thing. And so if we can dispel any mythology.
So don't act like you're not. At least be genuine.
No, I am a Semite. I am a Semite. You're a European. I'm a Semite. So I cannot be anti-Semitic.
There are many Semites.
No, you're definitely European. No, you're definitely European. I'm a Semite. I'm a Semite. You're European.
No, I'm a Semite.
Like, I can't be anti-Semitic.
Again, I'm gonna repeat. I don't know how the label becomes justified, because you guys ask me the same questions over and over again. But this is not going to turn into a spin around cycle, questions upon questions. I told you guys how I felt. I respect all walks of life and embrace all walks of life. That's where I sit.
I think what people want to hear, though, is just a yes or no on that question. Yes or no.
I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from.
I'm from a tribe of Levi. That's a tribe that is.
You're from the tribe of Milakovsky. So,
no, I'm
anyway.
from the tribe of Levi, actually. That's my tribe. It was passed down from my father, from his father.
Please don't be anti-Semitic. I would appreciate that.
I'm not going to tell you what you are. You're not going to tell me what I am. I'm a Levi.
You're European. I can see you. I can see you.
Okay, you look like a Bnei Cham, right? And people that are of African descent are from Cham, which is one of the sons of Noach. There's 3 sons of Noach. One of them was Shem, which is Semitic, comes from the word Shem.
Here's the funny thing. What makes you think I'm African? How do you know that I'm not an Aborigine from Australia? How do you know that I'm not?
I'm glad you brought that up. Aborigines are also Bnei Cham.
How do you know I'm not from India? How do you know I'm not from North America?
I just destroyed that point in a second. Aborigines are the descendants of Cham. That is the same father.
According to your, hold on 1 second, European. Hold on 1 second, European. Calm down.
I'm not European.
Stay on top. You are European. Stop playing games.
I'm not from Europe, and half my family is not from Europe at all, and one half.
Half your family's not from Europe. What's the other half is from Europe?
Right, but because you don't understand Jewish culture, let me explain to you something. The Jewish culture doesn't believe what other cultures
might. Are you a practicing Jew?
Am I practicing Jew? Yeah, I'm a practicing Jew.
Okay, so what term do you go under? You don't appear to be Hasidic. Like, what kind of Jew are you?
I go under the term Jew, and I'm a Levi. I'm from the tribe of Levi. That's what I go under.
So you're a religious Jew?
No, I wouldn't consider myself religious. I would just consider myself a normal dude.
You're not religious. Do you believe in a religion?
I believe in God. I believe in the Torah that God gave to Moshe. I believe that was passed down over generations.
What about the Talmud?
I believe in the Talmud. Can I continue and then I'll explain?
Do you believe in the Talmud?
I didn't read it. I didn't read the Talmud.
Do you believe in the Talmud?
It's extremely long. I didn't believe it. We also don't call it that. Jews.
Okay, so you don't believe in you do not believe in the Talmud?
I didn't say I didn't believe in it. I said I'm not going to tell you I believe in it.
That's what I'm asking you. That's what I'm asking you.
How could I
do you believe in the Talmud?
If I haven't read it? How could I answer the question?
Well, you can use the truth as how you can answer the question.
You can say, yes,
I'm telling you yes, Marquette, I believe in the Talmud, or no, Marquette, I do not believe in the Talmud.
Not a yes or no question when I haven't read it.
Well, if you haven't read it, you could say, no, Marquette, I don't believe in the Talmud. I haven't read it.
No, I'm not going to say that. I haven't read it because
okay. So yeah, what you're doing is you're being evasive. This is very common, and this is a part of your strategy. In the Hasbah, you guys are providing specific strategies how to lie to Gentiles, and right now you're engaging.
No, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in lying to Gentiles at all. I personally, I'm a person that does not believe in lying to Gentiles. I'm a person. I'm me.
This is what you're trained on, so we cannot believe you because you've received a yes or no question and you're failing to answer with a yes or no.
My Jewish parents.
You're failing to answer yes or no.
My Jewish parents.
Can you condemn the Talmud? Can you say yes you believe or no I don't believe?
Why would I condemn something I don't know? I don't know.
So why haven't you read it if you're a Jew? If you're a Jew, why haven't you read the Talmud?
You know how long the Talmud is?
Oh, so you have read it. How much of it have you read?
I've read probably less than 1% of it, and what I've read, it was very,
Nobody believes you. People are saying you're a liar. You see that? He says,
okay,
bro
so they
is
can
a
say whatever they
liar.
want. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the truth.
So you're saying that you've read less than 1% of the Talmud, but you're still, you are lying. That's what we're observing. We're observing that you're lying right now.
When I say I haven't read it, I'm saying
we find it strange that you're a Jew, but you haven't read the foundational works.
Harry Potter. But when someone asks me if I read Harry Potter, I honestly.
We're talking about the Talmud, young man.
Only a few
why have you only read?
Even more
why have you only read
1%?
1%? Why have you only read 1% of the Talmud?
A lot of reasons. I'm a person with a job. I'm busy. I'm not that interested in all of it. It's not.
You have a job. Why do you have time to be on here debating
Bible.
me? Why do you have time to be on here debating me, trying to promote Zionism? You guys look like you are the result of inbreeding. You look like the result of bad inbreeding. You do.
Okay.
And frankly, you need to become a skinhead as well, because I see you're balding around the temples. You should just cut it off. You're balding here. You have a male pattern baldness.
I'm a Jew. We're not allowed to do that. We're not allowed to do that, actually, as Jews. It's against our.
But you're allowed to cut off the foreskin of a child in your mouth. You're allowed to do that.
I don't.
You can cut off the blood and put your mouth on the bloody of a child. You guys are allowed to do that.
I don't put
but you can't cut your hair.
I don't put my mouth any bloody anything.
But that's what you guys do. Am I wrong?
I don't do it.
Oh, don't play games. Let's be honest about your practices. I think you know the name better than I do because you're fluent in Hebrew, right? Is it called a metitzah b'peh? What's it called?
That's not.
Let's be honest. I know, that's what I'm asking. Tell me what it is. Let's see if you can be honest.
Tell me what.
Can you be honest about who you guys are and what you do, or will you lie? Will you lie or will you be honest? Here's your chance.
Tell
the
that
truth.
we circumcise our children 8 days old?
No, you know what I'm talking about. No, we're gonna hold you here. Tell the truth. We're waiting. We're giving you an opportunity to be honest.
Truth?
People say that Jews lie. Let's see if you're gonna tell the truth about what you do.
Lying about name one thing I said that was not true.
You said that I pronounced it wrong, so you know what I'm talking about. What's the word? What is the term?
You said BJ in Hebrew. You tried to say.
No.
That's what you said.
Tell me. Oh, why are you lying right now? Just be honest. It's called a metitzah b'peh.
That's what you tried to say.
Okay, well, what is the correct term?
Wrong.
Tell me how to say it.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
And then tell me what it is.
So
you're being dishonest. Now I'm gonna pull up the source because you're a liar.
I didn't say anything that wasn't true. I didn't say anything. I'm only a liar if I say something that's.
Give me 1 second. I want to show you something. Let me know, because you're here to teach. Let me know what this is.
Okay, I got about 5 more minutes, so.
Oh, no, don't try to run now. All of a sudden, when your behaviors, the behavior of you European Jews, all of a sudden you gotta leave. No. Hold on, little buddy. Hold on, little buddy. Don't run. You're the chosen people. Don't run. No, don't run. No, sir. Stick around. Stick around for a moment. Yeah, stick around for a moment. As soon as we start talking about what you guys really do, now you gotta go. You see, here's the thing. The reason that you have this old fictional story about, oh, they're picking on us. They kick us out of countries and we haven't done anything. Oh, no, little bunny. You guys have done too much, in fact. And that's why you get kicked out of countries. Now we're about to look at real evidence of what you guys do. And now all of a sudden, you gotta leave.
In a unanimous decision, New York City's Department of Health agreed parents must first give their written consent before allowing Moyles to perform a controversial part of the Jewish circumcision ritual.
We have clearly identified that one specific procedure that's performed as part of some circumcisions, what we're calling direct oral suction, can be transmitting infections to infants.
The new regulations, the first in the country, come after health officials identified 11 babies who contracted herpes from the oral part of the circumcision. 2 of them died. The Centers for Disease Control has stated the procedure is not safe.
Not only is it a safe method, it's the safest method.
Rabbi William Handler calls this a direct attack on the ultra-Orthodox Jewish community and its customs, and says government is overstepping its bounds. Cantor Philip Sherman says he's performed more than 20,000 circumcisions, 6 just today. He says this is not about Jewish tradition, but rather everyone's well-being.
Now, today, we know that germs can be transferred, diseases can be transferred from the baby to the moil, and from the moil to the baby. So therefore, you can continue this custom by using a sterile tube, a gauze pad, and the rest of the bris is fine.
Health officials say it is going to be very difficult to enforce these regulations. They say that's because they really can't monitor moils as they perform circumcisions. They say it is first going to take a complaint from someone before they can take any action.
For centuries, when a Jewish baby boy is born, the ancient ritual of circumcision is performed. But in some ultra-Orthodox communities, religious leaders, known as moils, also engage in something controversial during the bris. In a practice known as Metzitze B'Peh, or just MBP, the moil actually uses his mouth to suck the blood from the infant's penis after he cuts off the foreskin. Meant to prevent infection and serve as a celebration of life, News 12 has learned the little-known practice has turned into a curse for life for some babies involved in our area. And it's all because of a local rabbi who's alleged to have a sexually transmitted disease.
The rabbis are going to take care of it. They won't let him get away with it.
According to these documents we obtained from the State Health Department, Rabbi Yitzhak Fisher of Muncie has been tied to at least 3 herpes infections in babies, one of whom died back in 2004. Shortly after the tragic death, Rabbi Fisher was forbidden from practicing NBP in New York. But despite this state-issued ban, one concerned mother tells us the infected moil is still placing innocent lives at risk.
What's your thoughts? Please be respectful with your comments. Also, please click the like, click the notification bell, and subscribe to this channel.
Listen, Genesis chapter 11 verse 10 explains the genealogy of Shem. Shem was a black man in Africa. If you repeat this back, Genesis 14 verse 13, Abraham steps on the scene. Being a descendant of Shem, which is a fact, means Abraham too was Abraham, born in the city of a black man called Nimrod, grandson of Ham. Ham had 4 sons. One was named Canaan. Here, let me do some explaining. Abraham, Isaac was Jacob had 12 sons, for real, and these were the children of Israel. According to Genesis chapter 10, these were the children of Israel. According to Genesis chapter 10, these were the children of Israel. According to Genesis chapter 10.